good afternoon, good evening, good morning if you're watching this in the morning. Very quickly, just wanted to say I'm going to be putting out another video on the book I'm writing. I've been finding it difficult to do the you might have heard the editing is long and hard when I'm trying to just read from a script. I often F up, and there's a certain amount of stress involved in trying to get it completely like sounding really cool and with just you know what it's like, right? So I'm going to just chill and read and make a few mistakes here and there and stuff up my the reading of it. But I think it's going to be a bit better, and actually I'm finding it might well be that I just get into a flow and it all comes out very much easier anyway. So that's going to be coming to you in the next couple of days, I think. And I also wanted to say I'm going to do some work on this new term I've coined called parallelism. I think it's really cool. It's got a ring to it. And I think accurately surmises the problems with the Old and New Testament, in that with the way that they just look so similar, and you can either say, well, this is all divine prophecy, and it all comes to us because it's uniquely the word of God, and it's all miraculous, or you can say simply that Paul is looking into the for example, Paul and the gospel writers were just looking into the Old Testament, and pulling information from them. So you'll see here with my screen, this is new software, by the way, I'm just testing out. You're going to find a lot of references here to Jesus, obviously, where you can find these references, not to Jesus, but the same mythos, really, and these same themes and types coming up in the Old Testament, and then what they relate to here in the Old, and they go on, and they're quite substantial. And you are going to be able to read here what's actually going on if you want to stop and pause and read this stuff. And we're going to also find, what was it, 172. I'm just going to go back here. These themes are quite evidently just typology. These are types. This book is, by the way, the Gospel, Deciphering the Gospels Proves Jesus Never Existed by R.G. Price. Not to be confused with the other Price, who's always on some really great channels. He's written books himself, really excellent author. And you're going to find these again. I'm just listing these out here from his book. Very good book. Please buy it. Shortly prior to the development of the story of Jesus Christ, we already have Jewish stories that include the following. And again, you'll see then the coming of the end of the world, heroes who predict their own death, people claiming to have witnessed amazing events on earth, and on and on. In all honesty, here I'll just quote this: nothing really distinguished the pre-gospel Jesus cult with any other similar cults in the region. What ultimately sets Jesus apart from the others were the gospel stories and the extent to which they were believed to be true by those outside the Jewish cult. The gospel stories, of course, coming along later, and highly mythologized accounts and Acts as well. Luke, Acts, again, highly mythologized and nowhere in the historical record. I was just thinking as well, you don't find even references to what happened to the gospel writers or the apostles. Peter, James, John, and so on. You don't really find what was going on with them even in the historical record. There's such scant evidence for any of these guys even having existed. What we find is obviously references in, say, the epistles and Paul, Philemon, and so on, to some of the just vague allusions to some of these apostles, but that's it. And we don't know anything about them. Paul really doesn't tell us anything about them. So just thought to just say that I'm gonna leave it there basically. Um, have a nice evening, afternoon, morning, or whatever, and I really hope to be putting out some good information on this soon. I'm gonna be starting to do, hopefully this year, some documentaries on this subject, interviewing people. I really think the difference between just a video on YouTube and a documentary is just getting, obviously lots of visuals, important visuals, and cool stuff to look at, as well as people who are talking on these things. So I hope to be able to do that sometime soon. Take care, guys. It's all fun and games, and remember, what should I don't know, fuck it. Just be good, guys.